Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So this is a football ASMR channel and loads of you absolutely love Football Manager, obviously. As do I. I play it practically every day and some of you have asked for another video, so I just recorded one which I hope you watched already about Antalyaspor in the Turkish Super League. And this video is going to do Real Murcia in the Spanish divisions, and I'm going to talk to you about this exciting save that I worked on, where I discovered this tactic that I've really started to fall in love with and I've developed. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy the video. So, Real Murcia, why did I choose them? Because I lived in Murcia in Spain when I was doing my degree in Spanish. I lived opposite this football stadium and I went to watch Real Madrid play Murcia there. And Murcia, even though they were relegated as the last game of the season, home game, and they beat Real Madrid, and that was the team with Beckham, Figo, Zidane, Raúl, Casillas, everyone playing. Beckham got a red card in the match and got sent off. So yeah, I was in the stands watching that game. And since then, Murcia have tumbled down the divisions. So I started this save. As you can see, I'm in LaLiga at the moment. I've just played 3 games in LaLiga. But I will show you. I went up 2 divisions in 2 years. I did a Wrexham basically. So I will show you exactly what I did. Was I in Group 1 or Group 2? I can't remember. I think I was in Group 2 off the top of my head. Let me see now. Current season before, the season before that. Yeah, it was the other one. So, started off in Primera Federación Grupo 2, where I was expected to finish, I think I was expected to be in the playoffs. And in this division, if you don't know the rules, which I didn't before playing it, I think it's top 4 for the playoffs. Maybe it's top 6. And top goes up. Let me just see the rules, hang on. Oh yeah, so top goes up only, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 in the semi-finals. But the semi-finals are played with the other group. So that was... I wasn't expecting that to happen, so that shook me up a little bit because, see if I can find it. Oh no, I've done the wrong thing. Stages, 2 years ago, league table, playoff. So I had to go against Badajoz, and then I took on... Oh no, that was the final, because 2 teams go up. Okay, so Deportivo La Coruña went up, obviously, because they're a massive club, and then Real Murcia as well. So I managed to get promoted in my first year. We'll just look at the league table again. So I came second. Sabadell rocked the league. They were 10 points ahead of me, but I only lost 6. I drew 10, and then I won 22. And I'll show you my tactics in a bit, because it really hasn't changed at all. Okay, so then the next year I was in La Liga Smart Bank, the 2nd division in Spain. I was like, I'm going to be absolutely destroyed in this league. And then I came top. Like, I wasn't a top for a long time. I got there right at the end of the season. For a long time, Almeria were running away from it until about Christmas. And then they completely flunked and dropped down. And then it was just momentum, really. And I managed to finish top by a point. It was really close at the end, but I came above Granada and Levante to be promoted as champions into La Liga. And I was really, really shocked. So again, but this is how difficult the league was. I lost 11 games, but still finished top. I got trounced by Almeria. Oh, it was only 2-0 by Almeria. 7 draws. Was the biggest loss. The biggest loss was only like 3-1 by Lugo. A couple of 2-0s. And then I 124. And you can see, like, there's a couple, like 3-0 against Cartagena, my rivals. But apart from that, it's usually like 2-0s, 1-0s, 2-1s. So nothing, you know, I wasn't like destroying teams. I didn't really buy anyone either. I think I just got like 1 or 2 players in the door and got a couple out. So I was expecting not to do, I had no money. So I was really, really shocked. And then I got promoted, and I haven't given up on this save. I will go back to it, but I just got a little bit bored after, because it obviously took me ages to get here. After 3 games, I'm 14th. I'm obviously supposed to get relegated. My objective is to bravely fight against relegation. 2 draws and 1 loss. One of the draws was like a last-minute kick in the teeth by Villarreal. I was really gutted. I thought I was going to win. Celta Vigo, I think I was winning, and they scored 2. So, started off a bit. I actually think it's a good start. Because again, I didn't really have any money. This is my team, guys. Most of these are like free transfers. Except for my star player, which is the 3rd year on loan from Almeria. Young guy called Arnau Sola. And he is absolutely my star player. The tactic is built around him. And I talked about the tactic in my last video, if you saw that. That's my trying to win at the last 5 minutes of the match, that is. Okay, so interesting. I'm just looking at how things have changed from my current save. Okay, so I've got Roberto Fernandez up front. He's got good potential, actually. How much did I pay for him? 2 million. That's quite a lot for me. Jordi Martin. I think he used to be Real Madrid. I got him on free, I think. Dani Vega, who has been with us all the way through the leagues. And I think these aren't my first choice too. I don't know why these... Oh, Aguza is injured. Okay, so Aguza, absolute star player for me, is usually in this position here. Gracia is in my defensive mid, and this play here has absolutely carried the team. Pablo Guanet, Equatorial from Guinea. What's the Equatorial Guinea? Equatorial Guinea. He has been absolutely insane for my team. He scored 5 goals, 4 assists in the first season, 6 goals, 7 assists in Liga Smartbank. But he's coming back from an injury, so he will be there in that position. Currently is by this Núñez and Villar, who's another youngster, which again I got for free from Real Madrid, Castilla. And Rosana is a kid I got from Barcelona Athletic for free. Orihuela, Uruguayan, 300,000 is all I could afford, from Montevideo. Alberto Gonzalez was with me from the start. I've put a little thing saying do not praise him, because he gets proper sulky when I say he's done well. He's like, you have offended me. And then this goalkeeper, I can't even remember who he is, Tony Fuidias, again free. So, and Roberto Fernandez, how much did I pay for him? 2, oh yeah, okay, so I saw that already. 2 million. So, yeah, I've got a couple of players on the bench that have seen me through. A youngster, Raúl Botilla, was probably not good enough, but his reputation increased at the last second, which I thought was very interesting, so I didn't get rid of him like I was going to. As I said, the absolute amazing players of Aguza and Ganet. We have Carlos Doctor, another Real Madrid exile for free. Álvaro Martín, another one. I think I've got most of Castilla here for free. Manu Vicente, who was with me from the start, from the youth team, and Pablo Benito, who has switched his allegiance to Ukrainian, but he was on a free as well. Anyone on the bench down here? These are all sort of youngsters or whatever. Yeah, they're all sort of youngsters. Yeah, and then I've got a French guy, Karamoko, as a backup defender, because I think he's quite tall and I was really lacking at corners. And another player, Pina, who I quite like. He's very tall. Again, put a little comment on there, do not praise him. So, yeah, so I reckon I've done really well with this tactic. Just to clarify it, Sola does all the attacking down the left-hand side, gets all the assists. Vega cuts inside to distract the fullback for him. He's on attack. In this particular save, I've got him on attack, interestingly. And Rosanas is quite moderate. He is on an actual defensive mid. I think he used to be deep line playmaker. And he used to be Metsala. But I think in this division I just couldn't do that. I needed a lot more cover for when Solar bombs forward. Because obviously my players are not up to LaLiga standard. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing this particular save. It's been really interesting. Let me look at my finances. I just got 19 million, so 17 million got deposited this month from getting into La Liga, but before that, as you can see, I had like pennies, less than a million. At one point I was minus 400, minus 700,000. So yeah, I started off with 900,000 in the bank and then got down to minus 700, and now I'm up to plus 19. So my wage budget is 145,000. I'm only spending 130, and I've got a relatively low 4 million on the transfer budget, but I spent about 4 million, so I don't usually splurge that much either. Yeah, so that's how it's going so far. And my next game is against Real Zaragoza before, Sociedad Valencia, Betis. And when do I go against the big ones? Real Madrid, Barcelona, one after the other at Christmas time. Fantastic. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, so it's interesting. I'll get back into the save at some point and see if I can survive. I think the only downside is that I can't really have my team express themselves in the way that I want them to, because we're just being outplayed by everyone, to be honest. We just have a very quick look at the last couple of games. So in the 0-0, how did we do? View match. So there were only 5 shots on goal from each of us. And at home I only had 1 on target. My XG was only 0.5. But I did have more possession though. So maybe I'll be a little bit disappointed I didn't quite, nick that one. But for me, the draw was more important, just to try and get something being after the disappointment of Celta Vigo. So Celta Vigo, what happened here? So they had 15 shots on goal. No, I'd had 15 shots on goal away from home, 1.8. Oh dear. And they had 13, and they only had 1.2, and they beat me. So obviously we were quite wasteful. And yeah, they scored. I remembered it correctly. I scored first, and then they scored 2. So I was pretty gutted because they had much lower opportunities, and I should have at least got a draw out of that one. And then the opening one, that's it. Gerard Moreno scoring on the 90th minute. I thought my first game in La Liga was going to be a win. Look at my XG compared to them. I was at home, 10 shots, 1.7 goal XG, and they had 12 shots, 0.8, and I never concede with that tactic that I've got, that I go into in the last 10 minutes of a match. But Gerard Moreno scored in the 90th minute. I was crushed. But that's the standard of this league compared to the other leagues, unfortunately, and I've still got quite sort of League 2, maybe even Primera Federación quality players. Yeah, so that is the big save that I've done this year on with Real Murcia. And yeah, this tactic really gets the best out of Solar and allows the Metzala in the middle to do wonders as well and get lots of goals. But it's about finding the balance in a division that's much, much harder, much better players than I've got. If I can survive, of course, then I'll have more money and then I can invest in the squad. And yeah, I think that we'll be fine in a year or two. Maybe I can start competing, maybe even for a European spot, but it's hit or miss, you know. If I don't stay up, then I'll probably get sacked and it's over. So yeah, interesting. Okay, cool. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for all the lovely comments asking for more Football Manager videos. I hope this whets your appetite. I've got another video coming soon. So thanks so much for the comments. Please comment on this video. Let me know what you think of my tactic. Give me any tips that you have for surviving in La Liga with a lower team, a lower ability team, and like the video and subscribe if this is your first time to my channel, and check out my Football Manager playlist. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Thank you, and see you again soon. Bye 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 bye.